Hey guys, it's me Vicky. I'm back with another recipe video. If you want to see how I made these old-fashioned oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, please keep on watching. Don't forget that the full recipe and all the links to my social media accounts will be in the description box down below. And I want to give a special thanks to the children in my neighborhood for the music that you'll hear in the background. Also, don't forget to check out my most recent video, which is these macadamia nut cookies, and that recipe link will be in the description box down below as well. So to start off, I'm going to take 1 cup of margarine, and you can use butter in this case, and just start mixing that on low with your paddle attachment on your stand mixer. And to this, I'm going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar, as well as a half a cup of brown sugar. And this is homemade brown sugar. Don't forget I have a link to this video tutorial where I made it in the description box down below. So I'm just going to cream this together on low. And you don't have to use an electric mixer for this. You can definitely use your hand. Next, I'm going to be adding 2 large eggs, and I'm going to be adding them one at a time, making sure that the first one is nice and incorporated before I add the second. And finally, I'm going to be adding 1½ teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Now, while all of our wet ingredients are mixing in our mixer, I'm going to take 2 cups of flour, and to this I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder, as well as 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm just going to whisk this all together until it's nice and combined. Okay, so once our wet ingredients are nice and combined, I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of our dry mixture and just gradually add it to our wet ingredients. Now here you want to make sure that you're waiting until your flour mixture is nice and combined with the wet ingredients. So here at this point I'm going to add some more. So I'm just going to continue to do this until I'm done adding all of my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients. Okay, so once we're done adding all of our dry ingredients, this is what our cookie dough should look like so far. Now I'm just going to stop this for a second and scrape down the sides to make sure that we got all that flour and butter and everything incorporated into the mix. And I'm just going to place it on high for just a second just to incorporate all of the ingredients. Next thing we're going to add is the star of the show here. This is 2 cups of old-fashioned oats, and I actually pulsed mine in my food processor for a couple of seconds just to make sure that it was nice and fine. And this is really what's going to thicken up our cookie and add that really nice chewy texture to them. So we're just going to add our oatmeal to our cookie dough mixture, and I'm going to start this out on low just so that it doesn't fly everywhere. And then once it is just barely combined, I'm going to add in some milk chocolate chips. Now for this recipe, it calls for anywhere between a half a cup of chocolate chips to 2 cups of chocolate chips. It's just up to your preference. So see, this is nice and just barely combined, and it's thickened up very nicely. So I'm going to start off with a half a cup of chocolate chips, and then I did add another half a cup to my mixture once it was all combined. So at this point here, this is pretty much our done cookie dough. You just want to remember to scrape it down one more time. And as you can see here, our cookie dough is super thick. It does not even fall off of the spatula. And at this point, we want to chill it for anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes. And that way we can roll it into balls a lot easier. And as you can see here, I did add more chocolate chips on the tops of my cookie dough because I felt like it did not have enough chocolate chips in it. And as you can tell by the back of the pan, I did do a batch of cookies and forget to record it for you. So this is what's left over. So I'm going to place this in a 350 degree oven, Fahrenheit, for about 13 minutes on the center rack. And I'm not going to rotate the cookie sheet at all. And this is what they come out with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this